Hello and welcome to Mindless Consumerism Net, or whatever this one I'm on is called, Rex Collects. I don't know. My silliness of YouTube channels is just out of control these days. Shameless plug. Anyway, we are doing the another one of the pickup episodes, and we have DVDs. And so far, out of all of these that I have done, this will be the one in terms of what I've bought the most of so far. And DVD is one of the more fun ones to collect for, right? Outside of games. Blu-rays I enjoy, but DVD is just a bit more because I, for most of these, or almost all of these, apart from the occasional eBay one, which, to be fair, the last two DVD episodes were from what I bought off eBay. But when you go into CEX, you can pick these up for so cheap that it kind of makes it a lot of fun to go in there. You can pick up movies you've never seen for a quid, and you know, even if it's a bad movie, it was a quid. 50p ones as well. I've picked up a few. I've seen all of these at least once. One of them's a box set. We've got a box set and we actually got 3 movies. So I'm really excited to get into this. But let's start off with what we got. We got Stanley Kubrick's Full Metal Jacket. This is something I saw this when I was a teenager. It's something I do want to see again. And for £1.50, I really can't complain. Really like the art on this one. Again, maybe it's one that I'll eventually get later on as a Blu-ray. And by the way, that's not like ruined stuff from the case. It's meant to go on like that. But yeah, pretty cool movie that I thought I would pick up. Let's get its stickers off. Funny how they own the sticker they put on the top of games. It says buy and sell. They don't put on top of the DVDs like they do on the Blu-rays and games. That's kind of weird. You'll notice that throughout. Let's get that one off. There we go. That is much better. But yeah. Again, one I've not seen for years, but very happy to see again. Let's move on to what we got next. And yeah, I'm going to move this to the side. So next up is one of my favourite movies that I surprisingly didn't own. We got Top Gun. And yes, the song Danger Zone is also going through my head. Probably because of Grand Theft Auto, but that's not the point. Yeah. And, you know, for £2, I'm quite happy. Really good movie. It's one of my favourite movies from the 80s, and it's telling everyone I love stuff like Indiana Jones, Star Wars, Back to the Future. In fact, we've got another 80s movie coming up soon. But yeah, Top Gun. Let's get the sticker off. There we go, stickers off. I'll admit, the one thing I don't like about this case, to me, it's like those PS2 Platinum cases where they shrink the image and put it in the middle. That would be my one complaint with this, but yeah, widescreen collection. Next thing we're moving on to. Next up, continuing the theme of 80s, we have one of my favourite movies, E.T. Yeah, so £2 for this one. Can't really complain about that. Again, it's one I might end up picking up on VHS as well. But it's one of my favourite movies. In fact, next year, I'm sure this movie turns 45, so maybe we'll get some sort of special edition for it. But yeah, let's get the sticker off. Alright, so maybe that didn't come off completely perfectly. I'll deal with that afterwards. But yeah, it's E.T. There's not much more to say. It is a really good movie still. But let's move on to the box set that I picked up. So, something I talked about previously was building like a box set of certain shows, but like, not in the case of like Monty Python's Flying Circus, where I was able to get the whole thing in one box set. I don't want to imagine what the show would cost as one box set. Or then again, I'm not even sure if the modern seasons exist physically, but would I really want them? And you'll get what I mean by that when you see it. But I picked up The Simpsons Season 1, and The Simpsons used to be kind of iconic in the way that you, if we're building a DVD collection, told you that Homer and Maggie's head thing. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Let's get that sticker off and we'll have a look into it. Because why not? Let's make this one slightly longer. There we go, that's much better. I really like the holographic case on this, and you know, that is just a thin layer of cardboard, because you can do this. Here we go. Yep. I got all of this. Again, this is something that you don't get. Like, I like stuff like this, and you don't get to enjoy this because if you go the streaming route. And, you know, it's pretty cool. That is reflective. And you can see them in there. If you look right in, you can actually see some slightly more detail, which is, I really do like that. And, of course, I probably should show you the back of it. It's just Santa's little helper and a void. But then you've got this. And this leads to... So Season 1 only has, you know, 3 discs, and I gotta say, I really do love the way that these discs are done. Like, people have asked on here, why do I go for the physical media? It is stuff like this. Tell me if you can relate, right? But if I'm watching a series over streaming, I get bored of it really quickly. But see, when I have to get up and change the disc and do all that, that kind of adds something cool. And by the way, as I'm filming this, these are reflecting on the ceiling. The disc art is reflecting on the ceiling. Like, I wish I could show you that. But that is something else. Right, let's get this folded up. But yeah, this is the biggest lot that I have picked up so far. Now, in regards to this, I would like to show you, like I did earlier in the PS2 one, putting it on the shelf, but I actually can't. I'm currently rearranging a lot of that stuff and picking and choosing what can sit where. So these are going to have to sit elsewhere. But like I said, I'm planning to pick up the other ones. I was looking on eBay out of curiosity. You can pick up all the way up to season, I think, 18 or 19 without problem. After that, it seems to be a problem. So who knows what will happen with that. But I would like to do one of these in an upcoming episode. But anyway, and now for something completely different.